Hi, I'm Adrienne Everheart, your love and relationship coach, and I can teach you how to talk to your man and connect to his heart in a deep and profound way. I can also help you answer the question as to why am I still single? Now, let's talk a little bit about why your man isn't calling, texting, dating you regularly. Maybe he's asked for some distance. Let's try and understand a little bit about why this is happening. Well, the answer is easy. You're not connecting to his heart in a deep, meaningful, and profound way. Now, no matter what a man's going through, it could be having to work incredibly long and late hours. He could be going through a divorce. He could have a lot of things going on in his life. But I can promise you, a man will move mountains to be with a woman he loves and adores. So we're left with the question as to what's going wrong. You're beautiful, you're attractive, you've connected with this man on some level, so why isn't he stepping up to claim you? The place I want to start with goes back to our feelings and how women become disconnected from our feelings at a very young age. Now, if you think back to your childhood, you might actually remember someone telling you to be polite to a stranger or be polite to someone that you didn't feel comfortable being polite to. You didn't feel safe or comfortable with that person. You might remember being told to say you liked food you were having to eat when really you didn't like this food. You maybe had to endure clothing or shoes or other things that were uncomfortable, but you did so in order to be feminine or accepted, but deep down inside you didn't like these things. You maybe even dated men in your life who were bad to you, mistreated you, abused your children. You might have endured all kinds of bad behavior and pushed it down because in your heart you loved him. And maybe you really weren't sure about what to do. So how did we get this way, and whether or not we stay this way is always up to you. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is how, now that you are a grown adult woman, how are you still single, and what are you doing that's preventing the man from connecting with you? Now, a lot of the women I work with are strong, powerful, dynamite women. They have either put themselves through college, they are business owners, they have started businesses, they've been out in the man's world, they're single parents who are raising children all on their own, and they are in what we call your masculine energy. Now, your masculine energy is great because this is what helps you get things done. This is what made you work late and put up with angry bosses and difficult college professors and courses and helped you work that second job to get where you are today. So that's your masculine energy. You don't take no for an answer. You keep going and you press on. And this has made you very tough on the outside. And that's where it's possibly causing a problem with creating the relationship with the man of your dreams now. Because our feminine energy is what helps us have a long-lasting relationship with a man. And that requires us to be soft, feminine on the outside, and vulnerable. Now, this might be sending some of you into a state of red flag right now because you're so used to being strong and tough and having to be out in a difficult world to survive. And in a relationship with a man, it just doesn't work. It actually keeps us from really profoundly connecting deeply with a man. So the question I want to ask you today about the man in your life right now that isn't connecting to you, he's not stepping up and claiming you, he maybe texts you once in a while and then you don't hear from him for a long amount of time. You've maybe been intimate with him a time or two and it was amazing, but then you hear nothing from him. Or perhaps he dated you pretty consistently and it's just sort of trailed off. So right now, I just want you to ask yourself this question. What am I focusing on right now in the relationship? Am I focusing on that he's not texting, that he's not calling, that I haven't heard from him in 2 weeks? What are you focusing on? And I want you to shift your focus because I absolutely believe that whatever we focus on, we slowly pull to ourselves. All right? So I want you to focus on what you do have with this man. And when he does text you, I want you to be warm. Because a lot of women, if we go a couple days without hearing from a man or even a couple weeks, we get angry at him because he's not doing what we want him to be doing in the relationship. So we get angry. And then when he does finally step up and reach out to us, we're mad and he can sense that we're mad and he doesn't understand. And this again creates more distance. So let go of all expectations. Focus on what is working right now. Now, even if you haven't heard from this man, I want you to focus on your life. What's going right in your life? Where are there holes in your life that you need to fill up with more of you? The things that make your life amazing, wonderful, and juicy. Because what if your life was so full and amazing that if this man didn't text you back, you really didn't notice? It was something that it had occurred to you, he hadn't responded, but you weren't overly invested in the relationship. You're so invested in your life that if he steps up and wants to date you, well, that's just wonderful. But otherwise, you've got a lot of other things going on in your life, including other men to date. So that moves me to my next point. Have you become invested in one man? Now, recently on a program, I heard a woman talk about how she was dating a man online, and out of respect, she was only dating him. So out of respect for what? Because he's likely to have lots of women he's speaking to and talking to. And when women, we invest all of our energy into one man, we begin to think about that one man. We begin to daydream about that one man. We begin to have expectations for that one man because our focus is on that one man. So when you allow yourself to casually date lots of men, knowing that those men aren't going to be as amazing as the guy you really like, just go ahead and accept that and allow yourself to date lots of men and get lots of experience. Treat all men equally. Don't give one particular man special treatment over the other. In essence, you want to keep your options open until there's an offer on the table. This means the man says, I want to be in a committed relationship with you. And that's when you work out the details. How often you see each other, how often you date, things like this. Otherwise, you're just dating. And you're just dating one man who's not stepping up to claim you and not calling you and texting you. So I want you to try and shift your energy into what it is you really want to have in your relationship. So in closing, I want you to think about ways that you can open your heart and be available and attractive in your feminine energy for a man. So focus on the positive things that do work in your life. Focus on your positive energy, your feminine energy. Make sure you get all of these things worked out because I want you to have all of that in place. So when your man does come forward, and usually it actually works out at the same time, once you really get connected, you're comfortable in your feminine energy, you're comfortable expressing your feelings without drama, you've let go of expectations, attachments, and rules, and you're so comfortable in love with your life, that's when the man shows up. Because you are suddenly shining like a diamond and he can feel it and sense it from miles away. So that's where I want you to be, in this incredibly comfortable and wonderful place with yourself already. Because again, you can be beautiful on the outside, you can look good on paper, you can have incredible sexual chemistry with a man, you can get together with him and have the best time of your life. But if you don't connect with his heart in a deep and profound way, that's what does it for the man. You have to really connect to his heart in a deep and meaningful way. Now, if you need some help doing this, like most women do, because again, from the time we were children, we are taught to stuff our feelings down and to hide our feelings or stay in things that don't feel comfortable or good to us, and we can't really identify our feelings anymore and get in touch with them. So if you need a little help with this, please feel free to send me an email. I'm at everheartcoaching@gmail.com.